Hello, this is John Rankin, johnrankin.us. Yes to honest politics. Here looking at transparency in law, which I do in my book, The 6 Pillars of Honest Politics, both at the state and federal level. Here we are looking at the state level, and this content is found at emancipationparty.us. 30 points of simplicity and transparency in the proposed rewrite of the Connecticut Constitution and general laws. In this proposed rewrite, apart from overall simplification, 30 specific strategic changes are made to the existing Constitution and laws. They reflect a deep structural change in how politics is conducted, aiming for the honest, transparent, accountable, and simple. 1. Preamble. It is rooted in the 6 pillars of honest politics and an explicit definition of localized and limited government. 2. Section 1.1. The language of the image of God and priority of protecting human life is both a statement of conviction and an invitation to debate what, quote, entire natural duration, close quote, means. 3. Section 1.2. There is the explicit and inclusive goal of man and woman in marriage and the presence of fathers in the lives of their children. 4. Section 1.4. Religious liberty as the first and defining freedom. 5. Section 1.6. There is the specific itemization of life, liberty, and property as protected by due process of law. 6. Section 2.2. Lawmaking is via supermajority and without amendment. Regulations serve and do not supersede any law, and policy directives are limited to 100 words. 7. Section 2.3. There is limited judicial purview. 8. Section 3.2. There is a definition of the purpose for taxation, rooted only in productive economic activity. 9. Sections 3.5 and 3.6. There is a change in the number of senators and representatives for the sake of symmetry and honestly defined districts. 10. Sections 3.13, 9.16, and 9.17. There is transparency in all elements of governance, with open meetings and media access central. 11. Section 4.2. The governor and lieutenant governor are elected to office as a team, and policy directives are limited to 100 words. 12. Sections 5.4 and 5.5. The introduction of the common courts is for locally judged and non-felonious matters, greatly alleviating the formal court system. 13. Section 5.7. There are genuinely speedy trials. 14. Section 5.13. There is the inclusive freedom to designate the power of attorney. 15. Section 6.5. There is the right for citizens to initiate statewide ballot referenda questions. 16. Section 7.16. There is no limit on political monies, with concurrent transparency and accountability. 17. Section 9.1. There's the goal in writing law to be simultaneously minimalist and comprehensive. 18. Section 9.2. There is gender inclusivity and simplicity in the use of the male pronoun. 19. Section 9.5. There is an explicit definition of privacy rights. 20. Section 9.12. There is a simplicity in defining business law through quote-unquote open contracts. 21. Section 9.13. There is a transparency in relationship between public and private concerns for public officials. 22. Sections 918 and 919. There is an explicit limit on and the nature of taxes collectible by the state. 23. Section 922. There is a rewrite of the law regarding recognized Indian tribes, making it more equal. 24. Section 10. Some state departments are condensed. 25. Section 1010. The drinking age and drug use are redefined, as are abortion restrictions. And all food, medicine, and clothing require truth in advertising as to natural, synthetic, and/or GMO content. 26. Section 1014. The Department of Social Services is constituted as in service to the family. 27. Section 1018. There are strict parameters for provisional driver's licenses, ages 17 through 21, and strict and immediate consequences for driving under the influence. There is primacy of freedom and responsibilities for parents in the education of their children, and free public education is locally funded. 28. Section 1019. There is the immediate segregation for those who commit or seek to commit sexual assault in prison. 29. Section 1023. All state employees are free to be hired as employees or as subcontractors. 30. Section 12(9). Government charity exists only at the municipal level. The means to accomplish such a rewrite is via a constitutional convention and subsequent ratification of the voters. And given the dramatic need for and nature of this rewrite, the convention needs to adopt a segue plan for all state employees whose present jobs become no longer necessary. They need to have a substantially enough period of time to segue into retirement or private employment, ensuring no undue burden on their families. And indeed, it is the goal of greater prosperity for them and all law-abiding people in the state. And a footnote. This is my proposal, the proposal of one person. It is to put on the table inviting every question, every perspective, every new proposal that might result in the process. The simple goal is to arrive at that which best serves the consent of the governed here in Connecticut, transparently, simply, and honestly. This is John Rankin, johnrankin.us. Thank you so much, and God bless.